Hi everyone, welcome back. Let's write some more Leetcode today. Today we are solving partition labels. So the problem states that we are given a string S and we want to partition the string into as many parts as possible so that each letter appears in at most one part. So if we look at this example, the first 9 characters will contain only A, B, and C. And A, B, and C will not appear anywhere else in this string. So we will put 9 as the first part. So we will add 9 to the output array in the beginning. And we see that the next 7 characters only contains D, E, F, and G, and they are not anywhere else in the string, so we can add 7 to the output array. And finally, we see that the last 8 characters consist of I, J, H, K, L, and they also do not exist anywhere else in the string, so we can add 8 as the last part and add that to the resulting array, and we'll return this as our output. So now that we have seen some examples, let's get to how we can solve this problem. So one way that we can solve this problem is we can set up this count dictionary, and these dictionaries will contain the letters in the string as the keys and the last index of that instance as the values. So for example, in this example, A is last seen in index 8, B will be last seen in index 5, C will be last seen in index 7, and D will be last seen in index 14, to name a few. So after we have made this count array, we can initialize current length as 0, end as 0, and we will iterate through this array, and we will start at index 0. And as we iterate through this string, we want to check what is the last instance of that letter at that index. And if the last letter is greater than end, then we want to update end to that value. And every time we iterate through a letter, we want to increment the current length by 1. And also, when the index becomes equal to end, then we want to append the value of current length to the result. And after appending, then we want to reset current length to 0 and look for the length of the next partition. And we'll continue that until we come to the end of the string. So let's go through this example real quick. So first at index 0, we look at A and the end is 8. So we will set end to 8 and we will increment the length by 1. And we will iterate through this array. B has 5, not greater than n, so continue. A again, B again, C has 7, not greater than 8, so continue. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And now we see that the index is equal to end, so we will append the current length to the result, so append 9. And now we will reset current length to 0 and look for the next partition. So D is 14, so we set end to 14. E is 15, which is greater than 14, so we set end to 15. F is 11, so we don't need to update end. E again. G has 13, no need to update end. D again, and now we come to E, and we see that the index is equal to end, so we add 7 to the result, and then reset the current length to 0. And we will do the same thing again for the next partition. And I think you guys get the hang of it, so I'll let the algorithm play by itself. So yeah, we can return result for the answer of this problem, and the time complexity would be O of n, where n is the number of characters in the string because we are iterating through this string, and the space complexity would be O of m, where m is the number of distinct characters in this string because the count dictionary will take up to the number of distinct character space. So now let's get to the coding part. So first we will initialize count to an empty dictionary. For I in range, the string, we will set the string of that index, so S of I, to the index, so equal to I. Now we have finished setting up count, we'll initialize current length to 0, initialize end to 0, initialize the result to empty array, and now we look through string. So first we want to calculate the max between end and the count of S of I, and we want to increment the current length by 1. And if by any chance end is equal to the index, then we want to append the current length to result and reset the current length to 0. And after iterating, we can return result. Let's see if it works. Okay, perfect. Hope this was helpful. Thank you all for watching. If you have any other questions or comments, feel free to leave it down in the comment section. And I hope to see you all again soon.